Oh, it's like a really slow countdown.
Does
And
it
now we're
even
live.
Okay. It's really weird 'cause I don't get a countdown. It just says it's live. Very misleading.
Sponsored by Pepsi Max.
If only. Ryan's been to KFC,
Saturday
gorged
night, why not?
himself on chicken.
Chicken. Right. Good evening, all.
My headcloth glass.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Welcome to this week's live show. So originally we weren't due to do a live show last weekend, but I kind of ended up doing an impromptu
Yes.
series of live videos straight from the magic as the magic was coming down around me.
That sounds a bit creepy.
Well, it was at the time. We thought there was a bloody company in Disney Paris.
Yeah.
Thankfully there wasn't. But yeah, so we kind of kept it fairly consistent. But yeah, there's been quite a bit of news this week, so we thought it would be a good chance to talk about it because we don't talk about such things on the podcast.
Yeah.
So should we start off with the first thing on the agenda, which should be flashing up now? Yeah.
It's working.
It's working. Technology. So I mean, this has got to be the least surprising announcement of the year, right?
I mean, I guess it is and it isn't, because I don't know how often they bring stuff back. But
they do, but also, I mean, they've got 3 seasons to go on now.
Yeah.
And given how much merchandise, a lot of it bought by us,
clear them out.
They shifted last year for Stranger Things. I think they would have been stupid not to bring it back.
Yeah, and I think it'd be interesting to see how their numbers like last year compared to the previous year. In like, did Stranger Things? Do you think drew in a lot of people? Because it's like we went because of Stranger Things. You know, I'm sure various other people went for the first time because of Stranger Things.
Oh, 100%. So far they've released a little trailer. You don't really see too much, other than it looks like we're going to be getting some cool costumes based on some of the monsters from the Upside Down. Also, it looks like we're going to be traveling in the underground section of. I think is it the field where is it Hopper?
Oh, yeah. I think they're in the middle of a field, aren't they? I think so. Yeah, because this one's going to be based on series 2 and 3, isn't it?
I think what they're planning on doing is the last scene or so will be series 3.
Right. Okay. So
that's what I've heard.
Potentially a setup for another year, perhaps.
Oh, I think they will continue doing it as long as people buy the merchandise.
Yeah, I think it would be strange if they released they did it 1 year for season 1 and they do it the next year for 2 and 3, because then it kind of closes them off for the following year. You think?
Yeah.
Well, obviously they could do it for season 4 if they wanted to. If there is a season 4, I assume there's going to be a season 4.
Well, I mean, for me, it's like it's no different. A few years ago, Halloween Horror Nights were doing American Horror Story like almost every year. Walking Dead kept coming back as well. So I think they're really just taking advantage of that trend. And why not? I mean, when I said to Donna, Stranger Things is coming back. Obviously, she's never been to Halloween Horror Nights. She was really excited to go.
Yeah, because I think she was a bit disappointed that she missed it last year, wasn't she? So yeah, that's a good incentive for her to go now.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I'm really pleased it's back. I'm looking forward to the merchandise in particular. I think it's going to be amazing again.
Yeah. You're going to have to get me some. It's got to be done. Just showing off the merchandise.
The power.
You can't wear that into Halloween Horror.
I'll do what I like.
Just go around clicking at people.
Yeah, I can't click in that. you might have to transfer me about $300 if you want
Yeah.
if you want to get all the merchandise again this year.
Everything. One of everything, please.
One of anything Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And also, actually, I get 2 cases this year. So
Oh, because you're in premium economy, aren't you?
yeah,
Yeah. Nice. One suitcase for clothes, one for merchandise.
exactly. Well, I'm 2 for merchandise. I mean, I'm having one of Donald's as well.
Oh, you're just burning all your clothes. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Screw the clothes, Donna. We don't need clothes.
We've bought new clothes.
Yes, we'll just buy new when we get home. Can't buy merchandise again.
So yeah, Stranger Things. I can't wait for, and I'm really pleased. I think it's the sensible way to kick off the Halloween Horror Nights announcements is to go big with that. I've already got my tickets. I'm trying to think where I put them. I've got them though.
Stapled to your chest.
Scan this, bitch.
Don't want to ever lose those things. Yeah, because they said there's going to be demidogs.
Demidogs, yeah.
Yeah, however it's said. It's going to be interesting to see how they do that.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Because they're not like, the demogorgons are like, they got arms and legs, so you can easily have a person inside them. But demigods, so they're going demidogs. It's really difficult to say. Are they going to have somebody on their hands and knees?
Oh, you wish.
Or
Yay!
had to really lower the tone, didn't you, Ryan?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm good at doing that. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they do it. I would have thought it'd be some kind of like animatronic or something.
Maybe it'll be. Maybe you won't see a huge amount of them moving. Maybe they would just like burst out and stuff.
Yeah,
it could be a puppet if it's just the head.
Yeah, a puppet might be good. Yeah. Tina says she's waiting for the frequent fear passes to come out. Yeah, to be honest, Tina, I would be getting one myself, but I land in Orlando and I've only got about 2 or 3 nights of Halloween Horror Nights, maybe like 4 nights of Halloween Horror Nights left, and realistically we can't be there every night. So
yeah, because you want to do Not So Scary as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. We want to try and fit in Not So Scary. So we're going for 2 nights, which is one more than last year for me, which I'm looking forward to. But yeah, if I was there my usual time of year, which is early October, then I would definitely be getting a frequent fear pass. So yeah, I think it is wise to snap those up if you can. So moving away from Stranger Things and onto something that's perhaps even stranger, and it is the news that we're seeing a Beauty and the Beast bar coming to. I still think it's ridiculous. I still think it's so ridiculous. So it's coming to the Grand Floridian.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, I put this out on Twitter, and I was just like, the first thing that I do when I go to a library is have a G&T.
Have a swift drink. Yeah. It's
how many bars do you see in a library? I mean,
it's a bit odd, really, because
and it's based on the live action as well.
Yeah, if you're staying in a hotel, you'll go down to the bar regardless of how the bar's themed. So
100%.
Yeah, are they trying to? They must be trying to draw in people that aren't staying at the Grand Floridian.
Well, I mean, the restaurants at Grand Floridian are pretty pricey.
Yeah.
So, and I'm assuming the drinks are as well. So I guess you'll get more people going, oh, we may as well book to go for dinner as well. But it seems like a very weird thing to do. And also, like, it's closing on April the 4th and reopening later this year.
Yeah.
Like, are they really going to have enough time to build, like, a huge library set and bar?
Yeah, because
this is Disney, right? It usually take them about 4.5 years to do that.
Yeah, because it says they're obviously ditching the, I don't know how you say it, Misner's Lounge. And then they're also going to occupy a shop, basically going to knock through. So you think they're doing some, maybe not structural work, but, they're doing some reasonably extensive building work.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe because it's the Grand Floridian, they're like, we've got to get this done quick.
Yeah, it's where the money is,
Yeah. so they can't afford to have any kind of long refurb work going on.
Yeah, well, you
at the
can't
Grand
have
Floridian.
all the people that stay in the Grand Floridian not getting their drinks right.
I know.
Come on.
Yes, activists. Yeah.
I mean, but when you see a picture of, I've never been to the business lounge. When you see a picture of it, it does need
Oh, it looks
livening
terrible.
up a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks absolutely terrible. Actually, what I was going to show on the stream today is I'm going to give this away.
Tone again.
No, I'm not. I'm going to give this away on one of our social platforms in the near future. Same as the Universal stuff. I've still, from our media event, I've still got the Universal stuff here that is ready to be given away. So I will be doing that at some point. It's just been a busy couple of weeks because I was in Disneyland Paris, and I've got this really cool Pirates and Princess soiree bag, kind of like canvas bag.
Okay.
And so that I'll be giving away, and also this really cool park map.
Oh, park map.
So
that's cool.
It's a park map. Yeah, I'll show you. You should be able to see it if I can open it. It's really well presented. That there's a little fast thing. It's
That's awesome.
really cool. Basically, on the map is all of the different meets that you can, all the different characters you can meet.
There's a real meet and greets, not chicken, beef,
not sausages, not all the places you can get some.
These are all the meat locations.
That's an entirely different map. But yeah, there were some great characters there actually. So I'll just run through a couple of them because I think it's worth talking about. So you had Mini Pirate, Peter Pan and Wendy, Jack Sparrow and Angelica, Jake Le Pirate, Capitan Crochet and Moosh, Jim Hawkins from Treasure Planet, I want to say.
Okay.
Merida, Tiana and Naveen, Anna and Elsa, of course, Mickey Prince. Who else we got? Aurora, Ariel and Eric.
Well, quite a lot of them, didn't they?
Jasmine and Aladdin, yeah, Rapunzel and Flynn. Some of these are in French, so I can't actually say them. But there's a real selection. It's a really nice map that you're not going to obviously find anywhere. They were giving out two different types of bag. Team Princess, Team Pirates. Obviously, I went for Team Pirates, so that is the one that the winner will be receiving. But yeah, it's really cool. If I had room for this stuff, I'd keep it myself. But you know what, I don't. So one of you guys can win it.
Nice. Are we gonna do one on like Twitter and one on something else and things like that?
Yeah, I might do one on Twitter, one on YouTube maybe as well. So yeah, I'll share all the details on all of our socials anyway, so you won't miss a chance to enter. But yeah, just wanted to talk about that very briefly because it's sat right behind me. So that's the Beauty and the Beast shit show of a bar out the way. The last. Do you
think you'll go there?
Oh, I'll go and check it out. Yeah, if it's open. I don't like the Grand Floridian though. I don't like it as a hotel. I think it's too pretentious. If I was staying at Magic Kingdom, I would be going to stay at the Polynesian. Simple as that. Good evening, Lord Luke. So yeah, I don't like the Grand Floridian. Do not rate it.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's like one of the most fancy ones, but it's very oldie looking, isn't it? Obviously, that's intentionally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I think for me, I would like to go and stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge. That'd be one I'd like to stay at.
Yeah, Mark, book next year's trip there.
Yeah, maybe Ryan.
Maybe.
I'm there in a few weeks. Go check it out.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Right.
So
no, it's Sunday tomorrow, isn't it? 3 weeks tomorrow.
There you go. But yeah, Disneyland Paris. If you wanted to hear more about my trip, listen to Monday's podcast because we're going to be talking about it there. That's the first that Dan's heard of it as well. So
yeah. So I know what we're recording tomorrow. That's good.
Exactly. Yeah. So the final bit of news, and if anyone's got any questions for us, drop them in the comments now, and we'll answer them in a minute. But the final bit of news is put the smokes down. I was going to put fags, but I thought that our American listeners might just get offended by it,
Right.
because they're obviously it's the two meanings. But so this week, Disney announced that from May the 1st, I believe it is,
Yeah.
all smoking inside the parks is banned. Certainly for Disneyland and Walt Disney World. I think if they try to do it in Disneyland Paris, there may be some kind of riot.
Yeah.
So
Yellow Jackets will come out again.
Yeah, the Yellow Jackets would be out in force. So I think for now it's just in the American parks. But I think this is an amazing thing for them to do. I am not necessarily someone that was bothered by smoking in the parks. The zones that existed seem to be working okay. But at the same time, especially in Magic Kingdom, I think one of the smoking areas is like through one of the walkways to one of the wooden walkways in Frontierland.
Seems like
and you kind of walk through it, and it's just like,
yeah. I mean, I have found myself. I think it was in Epcot somewhere, and we were just taking a break. I think somebody was going to the toilet or something like that, and we were just standing there, and we realized that everyone was like smoking around us, and we realized we were standing in one of the smoking areas, and it's like, oh
yeah,
that's lovely.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's the parks aren't massive. If you want to go for a smoke, if you need to go to the front of the park, so be it. I think I saw a lot of people complaining about this, saying, "Oh well, they sell alcohol in the parks, so why can't I smoke?" It's like, well, someone consuming a beer isn't harming somebody else.
No, it's not harmful for anyone else around you, unless you drink so much of it that you cause a scene, Ryan.
I don't. Well, Disney Springs doesn't count.
I think that may even be true of the smoking thing, isn't it? Is it? I think they said it's not Disney Springs. Is that right, or am I just making that up?
Yeah, I think Disney hotels and Disney Springs are still going to have those smoking areas.
Which, you know what, available outside the entrances of the areas listed above, and at Disney Springs. Yeah, so I think maybe they still have designated smoking areas within Disney Springs, by the sounds of it. I think.
Yeah, which makes sense. Yeah. It's a drinking and entertainment area. I mean, It's weird. Like, where is the smoking area going to be outside of the parks? Because I hope everyone doesn't. It doesn't have. Everyone hasn't got to walk through like a cloud of smoke.
Go through fog.
Yeah.
Welcome to Disney.
Yeah. Welcome to Disney, pal. The other thing that I thought, so Disneyland Paris is probably the worst park for this. Obviously, it's not included in this. But when I was over there last week, the biggest problem that park had was weed.
Really? Okay.
A lot of it as well. There were a lot of people smoking it.
I mean, if it's such a problem, you shouldn't have brought it with you, Ryan. I mean, you can't complain about it.
What are you trying to say?
Your extra suitcase just...
No, I weed. I didn't smoke it. I just weed.
Oh, you're talking about urinating, yes.
I wet my pants.
Just everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was really bad. The smell was, I mean, it's not a great smell if you're trying to take your kids to a park, is it?
No, it kind of puts you off, doesn't it?
It does. So
it's kind of like they got the protesters there at the moment, haven't they?
Oh, with all the rubbish out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, that's not great if you're going there, is it?
No. I saw somebody on Twitter. Was just like, "This is not a peaceful protest." I'm like, well, actually, I think you find it is. Like, that throwing a bit of rubbish on the floor is not it's not causing a scene, really.
No, I don't think that's considered.
They're not being violent, are they?
No, I don't think you consider that a violent protest. Police start coming with riot gear on because he dropped a napkin or something.
All I imagine is one police officer trying to hand out like €50 fines for littering. Yes,
they will try and do that.
Dropped a bit of litter over here.
They start, as soon as they drop the napkin, they just like start beating them with batons.
But yeah, I'm all for this. I mean, I'm not a smoker. I know you're not a smoker, so
Yeah.
obviously we're going to be for this change. But at the end of the day, if you are a smoker and you need to smoke, then leave the park.
Or just quit.
Yeah, or do yourself a favor and just quit.
Mm. Yeah.
But I get it, right? You know, children should not be anywhere near that smell, and it's a family-friendly theme park. So I'm totally behind this change. I think what the funniest comment I heard was I got into an argument with someone on Facebook, and she was like, "It's not what Walt would have wanted."
There we go.
It's like,
chestnut.
It's like, well, one, he kept his smoking habit quite quiet
Mm.
and didn't smoke in front of anyone really, and two, it did kind of lead to his death.
Yeah, it's probably the best conclusion.
Yeah, no. So smoking is coming to an end at Disney parks in the US, which I'm very behind. They're also restricting the massive wagon strollers that people seem to be bringing into the parks. I noticed this a lot in Paris.
That's two-pronged, isn't it? Because the strollers in general, they're restricting the size, and then the wagons are gone.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, they will beat you with batons if you bring a wagon.
Yeah. Simon says, as an ex-smoker, I'm not really asked about the non-smoking at Disney. Only thing I can't stand is the long wait lines. Walt smoked like a chimney. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So that's smoking, and yeah, the strollers / wagons are changed, and also no loose ice. So leave your ice cubes at home.
Yeah, I don't really get this one. Like,
I'm assuming
I was going to say, I only assume it's a security thing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's got to be some kind of new system that people are using to conceal things.
Yeah.
Because we had a discussion, didn't we?
Yeah.
They have loose ice dotted around the park, so it's not exactly.
It's not like it's. Yeah, it's not like it's. Oh, you might slip on a loose ice cube or something like that because they have ice around the parks. You can go get a drink and get a cup full of ice and then throw it on the floor or something. You know, if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
So it must be whether it's whether people are trying to use it to, I don't know, smuggle stuff in, or whether that's like illegal substances or whether that's malicious, substances. I don't know, but yeah, I can only assume it's got to be something like that.
Yeah, so I didn't see really too many people kicking up a fuss about that, purely because they were so outraged by the smoking ban. But I know that everyone in my family and all of my friends are very, very pleased with that news. So so finally, hopefully this works. Yeah. Lord Luke has asked us to talk about Galaxy's Edge and the 3-week reservation system at Disneyland only, I believe. So Walt Disney World is not doing this unless that's changed within the last 24 hours. I don't think it has. So basically, they're giving guests a short reservation slot. They haven't given a time frame, but it does appear that they will be kicking you out after a certain period of time in Galaxy's Edge. Which is interesting. I don't know quite how they're going to do that. Maybe they'll do different coloured wristbands depending on the time of day it is.
Well, so they might give you a time slot so that you can go in.
That's what it would appear. Yeah, so they'll give you like 10 till 12 or something. They haven't revealed how long you're going to get, but I think the way they're doing it is that you'll be guaranteed basically to ride Falcon, have a chance to explore the shops and eat something if you would like. But that's all they've said so far. California only. Yeah, I thought that was the case. I'd be surprised if we saw something similar in Disney World, just because Disney World's infrastructure is so much better than that of California's. But yes, it's an interesting system, and I would be behind it if they introduced it at Disney World and gave preference to people staying at hotels and say annual pass holders.
I think that could work. So obviously, we're expecting huge queues for Star Wars, so
it's going to be nuts.
Kind of makes sense to limit it a little bit, try and dial it down. I mean, maybe they'll judge it on how it performs at California, and see whether they think it's necessary to introduce it at World when it comes. I guess what sort of volumes they see in Disneyland.
I think so. I think it makes a lot of sense, and I love what they've done in not including fast passes. I think that is a very smart move.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, definitely. That
yeah,
should avoid some arguments at least. Um,
yes, absolutely.
yeah,
Um,
I wonder maybe they'll do it like a battle royale collar jobbing.
Fight to the death,
No, just the collar, just the collar. If your time runs out,
and if your time runs
yeah,
out and you're not out, that's it, game over.
yeah, just a controlled explosion.
I'd like to see everyone check in at the same time into a hotel, and they'll be like, "We've got 3 passes here. There's 1 snooker queue."
Yeah, that's what they haven't told you is they've
Like
sold
Dark Knight
three
style.
times as many passes as they were allowed,
Yeah,
and you have to fight for your place in Star Wars land, Galaxy's Edge.
it's too difficult not to call it Star Wars Land because it's easy to say.
It is, yeah.
Jeffrey says, any progress on the Asia Disney trip? Any Disney fan should see Disney Sea. Yes, see Disney Sea. We have been talking about it. I think when was the last time we had a chat about it? It was probably a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
We have been talking about it, and actually we bumped into a couple of YouTubers at the Hagrid event that we were at. And they were talking about Japan and how we should definitely go and check it out. So yeah, we are definitely moving ahead with the Asia trip. It all depends on what happens in my personal life in between now and then. So because I'm getting married this year, and then everybody knows what comes after marriage. Screaming children.
What?
So it all depends because we don't want to go until say September time because we want to avoid the Olympics, and we also want to check out Nintendo Land at Universal. So it's going to be a very like last minute trip probably, but if it's not next year, it will be the year after. Like 100%, we're going to do it. Like Disney Sea has had so many cool things. Talks about it. It's a park that I really really want to see, and yeah, I think we're very much on board with the idea. It's just sorting out the timings.
Yeah, it's just a case of working it out. And as you say, it'll probably be a last minute sort of thing, depending on what's going on with you, so or with you and Donna. So
marriage does not equal less Disney, Simon. I've got an annual pass now to Disneyland Paris. If anything, more Disney.
Yeah, I don't think Donna will be up for less Disney.
No, I mean my honeymoon's 3 weeks in Disney. I probably spend more time this year in Disney than I have any other year.
Disney World, not just Disney.
No, I'll be going back to Disney.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well,
I'm going back in 2021, 100%. Like I don't care if I've got kids or not. They're being left behind.
Well, I suppose it's. I mean, what age would you not want to bring the kids with you? Because obviously, up to a certain point, they can't really enjoy it.
No, I mean, I would probably bring my kids for the first time when they're old enough to pay for themselves. Exactly, yeah.
When you're self-sufficient, you can go to Disney.
It would probably be when I'd take them to Disneyland Paris first to enjoy all the character meets and things. I don't necessarily think that they need to go to Disney World to enjoy that. And then when they're tall enough to go on the likes of Big Thunder, Splash, those kind of rides, then that's the first time I would take them to Disney World.
You can go to Disney when you grow more.
I just imagine that sketch from The Simpsons where Bart puts those lollipops on the bottom of his shoes.
You'll have you got the height charts on the door. You'll have a notch edged in where it says Disney. Once you've reached that point, you may go. Exactly.
Yeah. Even more reason to go fast before the kids arrive. Yeah, the thing is though, we can't go to Japan until Nintendo Land is open because we won't. It's not somewhere we'll go back to immediately, like Disney World. You know, we may well love it and want to go back again, and I'm sure that will be the case, but it won't be the following year, and we've got to try and fit in Nintendo as well as the Disney parks.
It makes a lot of sense.
It'd be silly not to.
Yeah. Because the Olympics were in August, I think. Late July, August. Yeah, so the Nintendo Land is meant to be opening before or in time for the Olympics.
Yep.
So yeah, September, sort of October time potentially.
Yeah. So if anyone has any questions, now is the time to ask, because otherwise we are gonna go. Hoping to go to Japan in 2023 for my 40th birthday. It's exactly the same day as my 40th birthday.
Nice. That'd be a good trip.
That'd be a really good trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to head over to Japan next year, and I want to try and do China at some point within a couple of years after that. Again, like I will leave my kids here.
Are we going to get in trouble with your Japanese Liam Neeson?
I will find you.
I can see this. Oh God, it's going to go back to Disney Springs, isn't it?
Konnichiwa-sa! No.
I'm just going to walk around distancing myself from you as you slowly offend the population of Japan.
I can't wait to see Japan. Actually, I really can't wait. It's one of my dream places to go to, and I love the culture. I love everything about the country from what I've seen. So, customer is always weird. Jokes aside, what am I most looking forward to at Alton Towers this summer?
That's a good question.
Not the Smiler.
Keep your legs to you.
I do want to ride it, but not the Smiler. Actually, the thing I'm most looking forward to is it's a stupid answer, but it's just seeing it. Like I've heard that it's the best park in the UK. I've got no doubt that it is, and I've never been. So it's just seeing the park for the first time. I'm looking forward to the room. So we've got a room that enables us like we've got unlimited Coca-Cola and unlimited Cadbury's chocolate.
Limited Cadbury's chocolate. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dangerous
so for diabetic. I was going to say that may be death of you.
Yeah, could be. Could well be. But so could the Smiler. No, Luke, I am 100% riding the Smiler. I'm not. I'm definitely going on it. I'm looking forward to Wicker Man. Looks like a cool ride. But I'm just looking forward to going on all the coasters. They've got some great coasters over there. So, there you go. It's your local park.
That's a good park to have on your doorstep.
Yeah, we have nothing.
The closest.
We've got Worthing Pier.
I don't know which is closer. Is it Thorpe Park or Chessington?
It's still about an hour and a bit drive, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean Thorpe Park. It's just off the M25, I think, isn't it? I can't remember which way, but it's like an hour and a half, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly on your doorstep, but it's not too bad. We still don't go, but yeah.
No, we don't.
Even though they hand out annual passes like candy.
Well, this is it. I think the Alton Towers annual pass is like 50 quid.
Yeah, I mean Thorpe Park. You just kind of have to. You just look at it. You just look at the park, and they hand out a annual pass.
Yeah,
I think it's how.
Please come in, please.
We know we're not open all year round. Please come in.
Please, we're open now. 45-minute drive. Yeah, that is a nice distance away from a theme park like that. Have you got an annual pass? What's your guys' favorite merch to buy at a theme park? Oh man, that is a really tough one. I would say, I mean, I love buying Disney pins. Like I have a lot, and Dan can back me up on this. I have a lot of Disney pins. But I think it might be T-shirts.
Okay.
Less so in the last few years, because Disney's T-shirts over the last few years have been terrible. But I've got a lot of cool ones. Like I've got a lot of Epcot T-shirts. I've got lots of Universal T-shirts. I bought like 4 Halloween Horror Nights T-shirts last year.
Yeah, they were good.
And I like T-shirts because I get to wear the parks in my everyday life, right? So I don't have to dress up for work or anything like that. So I'm literally most days in T-shirt and shorts at my desk. So I get to wear a t-shirt that represents the theme parks, and that's really cool for me. So as much as I like my pin collection, I don't open the folders and look at my pins as much as I should. I love Finimations, although they seem to be phasing those out. I've got a couple of really cool park pops, so Figment and Splash Mountain. But I think my favorite thing to do is buy t-shirts. That would be my choice. I don't know about you, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't buy too many Disney t-shirts. Obviously, got the Halloween Horror ones, which are great. I do like buying the pins, but again, I would say I prefer buying. I like the Vinylmations over the pins recently, even though they've I've now got sort of started buying more Vinylmations and they're now phasing them out, which is a real pain. But I also like the mugs. Disney World's mug game is very good.
That is a good point, actually. I buy a mug every single trip, so I totally forgot about that. Do we buy on-ride photos? No. The thing is, with my Disney stay, we get them included.
Yeah.
So you get that part as part of like the My Disney Experience package that you book with Florida when you book through Disney.
You get the photo pass, don't you?
Yeah, but no, I don't ever buy on-ride photos. I can't think of the last one I did, to be honest. So not something that I do. I don't know about you.
It was interesting. I don't buy them these days. It was actually interesting because I was at my parents' house today, and they were trying to pick old Disney pictures to put in like a photo frame that's got like multiple things.
Yeah.
And they found the old ride photos from like Rock and Roller Coaster and a few others, things like that. So we have bought them, like, maybe obviously not the first time, because this was when I was like 14, 15, I think, maybe, because it was 2006. So around 13, 14, I think. So we have bought them in the past, but we've not bought any for 10 years or so.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, exactly, Luke. Just walk up to the booth, take a photo of the screen.
Yeah, yeah.
And you'll have a terrible photo.
But it's free.
I think the thing I don't do enough is download my photos from the My Disney Experience app. And that's what I don't do enough. I've got loads of photos on my phone that actually I really should just go to Boots and get them all printed, because it's so cheap to do that now. And I should just put them in an album somewhere. I think I might do that on the honeymoon. I will probably get as many photos of me and Donna as we can. Yeah, and then kind of just print off a load of those and make a book. She's not in it at the moment, so she doesn't. She's not aware I'm going to do that, but I will.
I don't know if I'm sure there's loads of services that do it, but I know Apple used to. You could create a book out of your photos through iPhoto or whatever it was. They always looked very, very well made. So there you go. That's an option. But I'm sure there's loads of companies that do that sort of thing. Yeah. Probably for cheaper than Apple would.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, 100%. Anything's cheaper than what Apple do.
Yeah.
Oh, you want a USB, do you? Well, that's £50.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you want to actually connect it to something else, do you? Oh, that's another £50. We thought you only wanted one end.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Luke. Make a nice photo book of the honeymoon. I think that'd be a cool thing to do. So, unless there's any more questions, we will call it for this evening. We like doing these shows. We will continue doing these shows every week. They'll be on YouTube as well, so you can go and watch old ones if you haven't seen any of these before. They're a bit more. They're a bit less formal than the podcast, where we, as you know, I mean, I must have made at least. Formal. Well, I mean, I don't make like.
I suppose they can't see that we're in suits and ties today, so.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what it's.
Well, the thing is, because I don't dress formally for work. At the weekend, I like to wear a suit.
Yeah, you just like to class it up. We got this the wrong way around, didn't we? Really, we should have been wearing our suits in the live show, and then in podcasts we can just wear whatever we want. Oh
yeah, good point.
Didn't think that through, did we?
No, we didn't. Did we see how much the book was that had photos of old products? No, I haven't seen that book. I haven't seen that book.
I don't know what Is that a Disney thing?
Well, we haven't seen it, so
yeah, we're not sure. Oh, not theme park related. Oh, I see.
yeah, no, I haven't seen that. Although, Monday, Steamboat Willie's out.
And that's not a euphemism.
That's not a dick joke. I'm being serious.
Yeah.
The Lego set of Steamboat Willie is out on Monday, so I know that you're going to try and pick me one up.
Yeah.
That's my public reminder for you.
No, I had remembered. Yeah, I'll go down at lunch and try and get some from the Lego store.
Yeah. So we're going to try and get one of those each. And then the series 2 of the Disney minifigs, which I looked up there because all of my series 1s are up on the shelf.
Yeah, mine are literally just in front of me.
Where do you pull that from?
You don't want to know. Because I'll be out there. I'll be out in Disney when they come out. So
good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
I can try and get some from the Disney Springs Lego store. But I wonder whether they'll sell them in the actual Disney shops.
They might do. I mean,
maybe
people queued up for like 3 hours to get an orange bird sipper. So
yeah. So I might have to get them when we get back. I will see.
So.
I don't know if I'm just looking up.
So I was talking to Ben about this, one of the guys that went to Disneyland Paris with, and he said the best thing to do is buy a box.
I did that last time actually.
Because you get 3 complete sets, don't you?
Yeah, I did buy a box, I believe. I don't think I used, because I bought a load individually, and I didn't know you could buy a box, and then I saw other people buying a box in the shop that I was in, and I was like, oh, I'm going to buy a box. So I don't think I ended up needing the whole box. I can't remember what we did with them all, because we didn't sell them.
I've still got a few that I need to sell.
Yeah, I've still got 3 Peter Pans and 2 Mr. Incredibles. I'm trying to see if there's a Lego store.
What do you mean, Luke?
There isn't a Lego store at the mall at Millennia.
What does not this time mean?
Not again. Not this time.
Not like this.
It's probably only going to be one Lego store in Orlando, and it's probably just going to be the Disney Springs one. I assume. Oh,
2 full sets and nearly a full third set this time. Okay. Well,
in the boxes, is that?
Yeah, I'll probably end up buying a box, and I'll be selling all of my spares on Theme Park Trader.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. But I'm going to try and get some in Disney. I don't know if they work out cheaper in the US.
Well, yeah, the dollar rate is better, isn't it?
Because I don't know. I don't know how the price compares, because they might be like $3.99 in the UK and $3.99 in the US.
Yeah, it probably will be cheaper, but then you'll have to buy a whole box to bring back in your case.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up afterwards because I can't find it. Yeah.
So yeah, thanks very much for watching, everyone. We will be back on a live show next week, and we'll be back on the podcast on Monday. There was a weird thing with Spotify. We're aware of the issue. Like Spotify have all of a sudden gone, we don't like MP4s. So we're currently not on Spotify. But all of our podcasts going forwards will be MP3s, and you should see the new episode appear hopefully next week. I'm not going to go back and re-upload every old episode as an MP3 on Spotify, because I mean that's just a complete waste of my time.
Why not,
all the episodes,
why not?
Because I don't care that much. All the episodes are still available on every other platform, and also you can listen to them on Podbean as well. So they are still there. They've not gone anywhere. And Spotify only just started including stats on listeners to us anyway. So like I'm not that bothered. So yeah, that's why if you're looking on Spotify and you can't see us, that we will be back on there, but every other platform is still fine to my knowledge. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, podcast Monday, And next live show will be at some point next weekend. And as for Dan and I, Xbox time.
I just found the price for the Disney minifigures.
Oh yeah,
it's $3.99 US, £2.99.
Oh, actually, yeah. So
it may work out cheaper in the UK.
Yeah, I think I think it might.
Maybe.
Oh, thanks, Jeffrey. It's very kind of you to say. Yeah, thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time. And now the awkward silence between me figuring out how to end the broadcast on Be Live
and me trying to work out whether if it does end ever.
I know. I mean, I literally